Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show with your hosts LeeSilber and Ellen Goodwin.
Hi, it's Ellen.
It's Lee.
Ooh, that was far away.
I'm working remotely today.
You're working remotely. Okay, in the last episode, we talked about how technology has changed for the better so that we can do things more efficiently than we could 10, 20 years ago. And we want to talk about work, actual, let's say, going into work or not, as you just said, but in the work environment, not just leaving your house. So I would say remote work has changed so much. You and I both did remote work as graphic designers, and we would work for other clients and you know, we would take proofs to their office. We would have to do phone calls with them. Things have changed so much now. There's all sorts of automation where you can just be chatting back and forth with, Slack. See, I caught that because I looked at you, Slacker. Slack, so that you can communicate. So it changed how you talk with people, how you make sure everybody's on the same page.
That's good. Hey, look, everybody, well, not everybody. In fact, probably no one noticed this or remembers this, but you and I come from a design background. That's
Right.
how we met at design school, which is fancy art school.
Fancy art school.
For people who want to make money. No, just kidding. Oh, that's harsh.
Woo!
Oh, no, he didn't. But it used to be you had to do everything yourself. You know, I mean, I'm going way back. You hand render things. But anyway, even in the last few years, there's templates for just about anything.
True.
So you need to write a letter, but you don't want to put on your regular letterhead. There's a template that you can use that will save you the time of having to figure out what goes where. Websites, all those prefabricated websites have gotten much better.
Absolutely.
So when I built my website, using Wix or whatever software you use, it was a fraction of the time. And
Right.
What kept me from doing it was the procrastination part was I was afraid.
Yep.
I know I've said this before, but it's worth repeating that. I was like, I can't do coding isn't my thing. So the drag and drop and everything. So for anything you need to do using your computer or even your phone, there's templates, speech slides. There's great templates that will save you from having to spend all this time figuring out how to make it look good and
PowerPoint, Keynote, all of those.
I just feel like that's saved a ton of time. It even has the right font to go with the right color, with the right, layout. It's all there, which we had to go to school to learn.
We went to school.
Now anyone can learn it. My degree is worth nothing.
This is true. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you something, for me, everything, I'm funny. Okay, as a designer, I'm obsolete.
Yeah.
As an author, I'm obsolete. Nobody reads a book to learn how to do something as much. That's not to say your book won't do well, but I'm just saying in the past, like I'd buy a book on how to play the bass better, or I'd buy a book on how to build a deck in my backyard. Gone.
Right.
That
now
market's gone.
Just go to YouTube.
Yes, it's there. And so we can learn how to fix anything ourselves faster, better, and easier. I'm a plumber now. I'm an electrician until I electrocute myself and I'm not here anymore. But I've been fixing a lot more stuff myself, saving me the money. And I'm going to tell you, I got to wait for the guy to show up. And then I got to keep an eye on him while he's working because, are they bonded up? I don't know. I don't want to rummage around in my, my underwear drawer. Forget my wife's. I don't even want to be in my underwear drawer.
I'm not sure who you're hiring. Whoa. Crazy
Clearly,
man.
it's not the quality, but I'm doing it myself, and I enjoy it, and, just recently I was doing something with a ceiling fan, and it's electrical, so, I watched a little 2-minute YouTube thing, bada bing, bada boom. I love to say that. Bada bing, bada boom, and it's done. Hey, you see it, it's beautiful, and I did it myself. I got the satisfaction doing it myself.
So, I want to think of another technology that I think is awesome that we didn't have before. Video technology, so you can do video calls.
Yes.
You've got Zoom, and there's one other one that I cannot think of at this moment, but that all of a sudden you can have 10 people from around the world on a video call, and it costs you nothing. It's amazing.
Meetings to me are huge time wasters.
Oh, they're huge time wasters.
And I'm not saying that sometimes a face-to-face meeting isn't important to be in the same room.
Right.
We're talking about business. I got sidetracked with the ceiling fan.
Yeah, you did.
But back on track now. So when we are, asked to come, hey, can you come to fly somewhere? Forget just drive somewhere. If you want face-to-face, you can now, as you said, you can still do it.
Yeah.
And you because it is hard to read through an email what the inflection was.
Exactly.
On a phone call, what their facial expression was. But when you put the two together, I can see you, I can hear you, and I can read you. You get all the great elements, and you're still in from the waist down in your pajamas.
I see
If that.
I see nothing wrong with this. Any other technology things that have made work easier?
Well, there's so many, but I would say that with technology, it's a time saver, and it can
That's
be
the
a time
whole point.
It can be a time waster though.
It's true.
And so, my philosophy is: does this help me get where I want to go? Does this help me do what I need it to do? Versus, I want to spend a lot of time to learn something new that is only for one thing, or basically, I'm trying to find something that does as much as it can, so I learn it once and it solves. When I'm getting out of friends that learn a lot of different programs, a lot of different apps, a lot of different things to individually solve an individual problem, which is good, I guess. I try and find one thing that does more, so that I don't have to learn a lot of little things. I try and find one thing that does the most. So when I go out to buy or change, or because I'm about to switch over all my software, it's new computer, all this, and I'm looking at I use Photoshop and I use InDesign. I don't use Illustrator, and yet I spent a lot of time learning that.
Yeah.
And so I can do most of that what I need to do in Illustrator and Photoshop. So I'm trying to find things that can do more with less software.
Perfect.
You asked.
I did ask, so thank you for having all of that information.
If you don't want a long-winded answer, don't ask me a question. Hello!
Thanks for being with us today. Be with us again next week for another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better Show.